Hi everyone, my name is Claire, and this month you all learned about the artist Remington. Today I'll be showing you how to create a Western landscape. Before we start our activity, everyone make sure you roll up your sleeves if you have on long sleeves, and make sure you have all your materials. So you should have a big piece of colored paper, 2 of these long black papers, your chalk, your glue stick, your black crayon, and scissors. Alright, so to begin, everyone take your black crayon and find the center of the bottom of your big colored paper. So this looks like it's about in the center, right? You're going to take 3 fingers and put them on the bottom. You're going to draw a dot, the 3 fingers above, in the middle of your paper. All right? After you do that, you're going to start using your chalk. Your chalk is going to be very dusty, so that's why we wanted to roll up our sleeves. So you're going to take your chalk, any color you want. I'm going to go in a rainbow order. And you're going to use the side, the long side of it, to put the color on. And you're just going to kind of do an arch. The red's not really showing up because my paper's red. Let's do a different color so you guys can see it better. I'll use yellow for now. You're going to kind of arch your crayon, or your chalk, around the black dot you made with your crayon. All right? And you're going to do that with all of your colors until you fill up the whole paper. You're just going to keep adding on to the side with new colors every time. So that was my purple. Let's go in with the green now. You guys can do whatever colors you want, but I'm just going to go along the edge of the one I just made. All right, and while you all finish up the page, I will take a break and wait for you to catch up. All right, I hope you all filled your paper above the line with chalk. After you've done that, we're gonna take one of your long black papers, okay? And we're gonna rip it to make the bottom. We're gonna make the land. This is the sky, and the black paper, which will go down here, will be the land. So to rip it, you're going to want to just rip it however you want, but just rip along one side. We're not going to go around the whole thing, just across the top. So I'm just going to start it. This looks like a good spot. And I'm going to just, if you rip upwards, you'll get more of a mountain shape. And if you rip going downwards, it'll make more of a canyon shape. All right, like that. At any point on your black paper, you're going to want to leave a flat area. That's going to be our plateau on our Western landscape. So I'm going to go ahead and rip this up to here, and I will leave it flat right here to make it a plateau. Now remember, yours can be anywhere on the paper. If you want it on the side, it can be on the side. If you want it right in the middle, it can be in the middle. But just make sure that you have that part. And then I'll just finish ripping. And I will pause while you guys rip your papers. All right, everyone, now you should have your ripped paper. And what we're going to do next is we're going to glue it onto our big colored paper, okay? So everyone take your glue stick, and we're just going to go around the outside edge of our black landscape piece. So just, we're going to go around. And then when you glue it on, make sure the bottom edge is lined up with the bottom of your colored paper. And we're going to press it down, hold it on there until all the glue dries, okay? All right, after you all have your land glued onto your paper, we're going to take our other long piece of black paper and fold it in half. We're going to fold it this way. So not this way, but this way. We're going to make a little crease and then unfold it. And you're going to cut right along this line that you just made. Okay, and then with one of those halves, you're going to fold it in half one more time. Crease it on the side, open it back up, and then cut along this line again. Okay, and I will wait for you guys to cut your paper, fold it, whatever you have to do. All right, after you've glued on your land, we're going to take our other big piece of black paper and we're going to start making decorations for our land, okay? So you're going to take this second piece of long black paper and fold it in half this way, all right? So make sure the edge and the corners meet up, and we're just going to crease this side. Then we're going to open it back up, and we're going to cut along this line that we just made. Okay. Now with one half of the paper, so we're going to ignore this half for now. But with this half, we're going to fold it in half again. Making sure that the edges and the corners meet up, and we're going to crease it. All right. And then we're going to unfold it, and we're going to cut along the line one more time. So now you should have these two pieces of black paper. And what we're going to make these into are two teepees. Now teepees are what the Native Americans used to live in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one piece, and we're going to cut a triangle into it because that's the basic shape of a teepee. So we're going to start in one corner, just cut our way up to the top in the middle. And then from the top, we're going to cut down to this other bottom corner. All right, and you see how that makes a triangle? All right, and we're going to do that with the second piece of paper too. So starting at one bottom corner, cut your way up to the top in the center, and then from the top, we're going to cut our way back to the bottom corner, but this time the opposite corner. All right, and then you should have two triangle shapes. I will wait for you to catch up to me. Okay, now that you cut out your teepees, we're going to take the other half of that long black paper that we just had. We're going to fold this one in half, just like we did with the last one. Make sure the corners and the edge line up. And we're going to crease this, just like we had in the past. And then we're going to unfold it, and we're going to cut along the line. Okay, now we're just going to work with one half. So let's work with this one for now. Everyone take your black crayon, and you're going to put your paper like this, and you're going to take your hand and kind of place it on the paper, almost like you're making a C shape, but facing upwards. And then you're going to trace around the outside of your hand with the black crayon. This is going to make a cactus shape for us to add to our landscape. All right? After you trace around your hand, you're going to go ahead and cut that shape out. Okay, so this is going to be one of our cacti. We're going to do the same thing with the other half of the black paper. All right? So you're going to put it up here. You're going to make the same shape with your hand, and you're going to trace it. Now the trace doesn't have to be perfect because it's a plant, not your hand after all. So my hand doesn't look like that, but it's okay to work with. And now we're going to cut it out again. All right, now both of my cacti are done, and I will pause while you get both of your cacti cut out. All right, now we're going to glue all of our things onto our landscape so we can add a little more than just the land and the sky. Now, you don't have to use all of these on yours, but I'm going to on mine. Okay? So I'm going to put, I think that place looks good for a teepee. I'm going to put the other one next to it because the Native Americans used to live in villages. And then I think I'll just put my two cacti off to the side. Now you can put yours anywhere you want on your paper. So we're just going to take our glue stick, go around the outside of whatever shape you're using. And we're going to glue it on. Okay, and then we're going to repeat that for all of the shapes that we want to use. So put the glue around the outside of the shape. Oopsies. And then we're going to glue it on. Now see how this one's already falling off? Make sure you press it down really hard so all the glue sticks to the paper. Okay, now I'm going to glue my cacti on. So I'll take this one, put the glue around the outside of it. And I want this one on this side. So I'll just put it there. Make sure I can glue it all the way on. And with the last cacti, I'll do the exact same thing. So put the glue around the outside. And then glue it on. Now see how some of my shapes are still falling off? If yours are doing that too, you can just take your glue stick, lift up the corners, and press it back on. And it should stick. Now while you guys all get your shapes glued on, I'll pause and wait for you. After you've glued on all your shapes, we're just going to add some detailing, okay? So take your black crayons, and I suggest adding sticks to the top of your teepees because teepees stand up by having sticks on the inside that are all angled upwards, so they will have sticks sticking out at the top of them. So I'm just going to add 3 sticks to each of my teepees. And then if you want to add anything else like a fire or anything you can think of, go ahead and do that now. But other than that, you guys are finished. Just make sure you put your name and your teacher's name on the back, as well as the artist profile slip. Thank you.